you seen a successful man who is gone before? I'm just asking. Miss Enny. Miss Enny. Once again, you have tweeted something which you know is going to get the most hateful response from people. And I genuinely think she intentionally does this because it's basically outrage marketing. Take the most salacious part of your full podcast and post it and get people to talk about it, create traction, free clout, people watch the video, you get your hype, you get your numbers. I think it's outrage marketing. Sometimes in this era, we have a lot of content creators. They say things that they don't agree or, believe in, but then because it gets them traction and eyeballs and views, they just post it so they can get that. So, it's clearly that's what she's doing. That's been a whole thing. She has been saying salacious things. So, it's in that. I don't know why you put the boss of me. I think it's just funny that you were about the Charlie. We can hear what she could talk.
I look at the successful people so far in Ghana. I can't see guys. Even though I'm a guy, when I'm thinking about successful people, you don't see guys in it. And it's making the whole perception of Ghana men not working true. Like Ghanaians don't like work, they are lazy. Even though it's not true, because my dad works hard. But then I can't see the type of Ghana, like, I live in the Ghana community and like all the boys are like yeah. Like I can't really see them pushing. Like you see the Phantom man, the Ewe man, like very, very serious. Not next year, they can be very, very serious.
Everywhere.
But like my fellow Ghana man, Ganyobi, he's like
hold on. Shout outs to Nordness though. Shout outs to Nordness though. Like Nordness, ever since I really entered the job market and being in the working world, seeing how people work. Charlie, shout outs to my northern men and women as well. Like you guys really work hard. Like it's something that I've seen. I think it's a common attribute. I'm not saying everyone, but then most Nordness I've seen, Charlie, they are on their grind. So shout out to you guys, Charlie. You know where we come from. Like where we come from. Me, I'm part of the city northern baby. So I haven't really been in the trenches. If you don't do so, I don't go chop. Like you won't eat. Won't didi. Masa. Yo.
Ganyobi, he's like sitting in town somewhere or being a mate somewhere, church or like type of thing.
I want to believe it's coincidental that is how.
It's a coincidence.
I want to believe it's so.
Which Ghana person is successful that you know?
Oh, there.
Mention two Ghana successful men. Let me see.
They are them now.
If they are there, mention. I said mention only two Ghana men that successful.
The name Alote. Alote is a Ghana name, right?
Yes.
Yes. So Professor Alote.
Professor.
Yes. Also Professor. That man. After here, Google that man. That man is one great. He had dealings with NASA and all that. One great. But here we have Alote's concept.
So wait. This girl doesn't. Wait. I don't say she doesn't know anything, but she don't know anything because Professor Alote is like he's someone that a lot of us know. Like Professor Alote, as we did school, Professor Alote is one guy that we always mention. Oh, Professor Alote, NASA. Yeah, Professor Alote. Then some. So like. She clearly doesn't know. Like, she clearly doesn't know. Yeah, she clearly doesn't know. She's not informed about her own people. So, I don't know what to tell you, Charlie. Maybe she don't know. She should have prefaced it that way. Like, she should not know that people then be successful. If you put it that way, fine. But don't just put it out there that men, you don't see a lot of successful men. You can't say that. Being a girl woman, say, Charlie, nice.
And all that. Just look. I'm just confused if he's actually Ghana. That's my problem because
But I think Alote is a Ghana name.
It's a Ghana name. So yes, that is one great man and one very, 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 very good man. He's international.
Aside Alote,
Right.
It was.
you made me speak the guy.
I mean, aside Alote, which other Ghana man can you mention that's successful?
Oh, the MPs in the Ghana communities.
Those ones there's a must. Every Ghana community needs an
must
MP.
produce an MP.
So that one aside the MP.
No, I found in this right. I'm not good with
You see, so it's like me confirming the whole perception. So say any perception.
But I mean, Ghana is not like just. I'm just going to say this to end this. Ghana is not that big of a country where you have a whole lot of like super successful people. Like you have a high number of super successful people, like in the US, where the people who are super successful are also very popular. Like, you know, a lot of the rich people in Apti, even though, you know, everybody, they are all businessmen, but for the most part, a lot of them have dealings that make them very marketable. So you really, know them by name. And the US, you have a lot of magazines, publications, Times and all these media outlets that always talks about the endeavors that these people are, undertaking. So clearly, they would have a lot more popularity. So off the top of your head, you may be able to mention, a high number of, people. But then in Ghana, we are very small, and the economy, we are not a very, the financial situation in Ghana is not the best. So you wouldn't have a high number of people, that you would regard, that you would be like, oh yeah, this guy is super successful. So you can name them at the top of your head. Like, we don't really talk about that a lot. There are not a lot of publications. There are some publications. I know I've seen a lot of magazines and publications. They give awards to like the best man, blah 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 blah, and all of that. But then they are not very popular. So they may be there, but then you may not know them. That doesn't mean that they are not there. That's what I will say, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie, the girl, she stays saying the most salacious things, and Charlie, you guys are commenting. Let me see. Look, 2.8 million like interactions. Like, Charlie, that'd be wild, bro. She knows how to bait you guys. She has been doing this for so long, Charlie. She they bait you people.